What up? What it do? It's your boy JDQ with Vision iView TV, and tonight we have another $1 comic raffle going on, and it is still the same comic since last time because, as you guys are aware or should be aware, all right, I don't move on to another comic raffle until the comic and raffle in question actually gets raffled. So all that means is that I need to meet a minimum requirement of tickets or raffle tickets, quote unquote, in order for me to say, all right, we've got the full amount, we've got the total amount, which is 100, like no less than 100 tickets, right? So we'll start like putting the names in a generator, and we'll raffle off the comic. Um, I'm not gonna take the green screen away, but you guys have already seen the comic. Don't let the background like fool you. Like, I mean, if I were to do this, you can kind of see it a little better, right? But it is issue number one of Silver Sable and the Wild Pack that's still being raffled off. Um, but before we start with the show officially, quick reminder, all right? I'm not going to bring up the tab right now because, you know, technically I started this show late tonight because I had a lot going on and I was trying to get stuff ready for the show. A lot of it was like technical difficulties, of course, as always. So I didn't really have enough time to put together a presentation how I would have wanted to. But I will do some type of presentation at a later time. But I am an ambassador for iceclick.com. So I'm not one to use a lot of jewelry, but when I do use jewelry, I always get complimented on anything that I wear, from like my chains, my bracelets and all that. So if you're looking to get top grade, high end, lab made jewelry that has nothing to do with blood diamonds or anything to do with, jewelry and diamonds obtained through child labor or whatever. If you don't want to buy anything connected to that, then I highly suggest going to iceclick.com and supporting them because it's all lab made, lab created diamonds, but at the highest degree. So, oh snap, we got Bryden in the house. What's going? Oh, by the way, for those of you stopping by, whether it be for a few seconds, a few minutes, or the entirety of the show, huge thank you in advance. So Bryden, William, I'm pretty sure Emily's going to be here at some point, and any other person like Dead Twist, My Life, the usual suspects, right? I want to give you guys a huge thank you in advance because you guys have always supported the channel, even from the main channel crossing over to this one. I really do highly appreciate it. Uh, Ali G in the house. Nah, man, you know what's crazy? And I'm not saying it just to promote it or whatever, but I really do. Like when I go out to like the movies or like the mall or whatever, like I really do get complimented on my jewelry every single time. And the crazy part is that it's affordable. It's a little price because I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest. It's like a little bit like not pricey in the sense that it's expensive because obviously I'm trying to save you guys money, but it's not cheap. You're not buying plastic. You're still buying like high end metal, like precious metal, along with like lab made diamonds. So you know what I'm saying? You're still buying like high quality, top grade stuff. Um, but it's not cheap. You're not buying something out of a, you know what I'm saying, like 25-cent machine or nothing like that. It's actually high grade stuff. So I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. Let me put some music in the background. That way, y'all not listening to my deep voice alone. You know, I don't like how it sounds just by itself. So I'm put some background music. That way, y'all think this is like a nighttime radio station and all that good stuff. But yeah, so that's I am an ambassador for iceclick.com. So later on, I'm gonna try to attach. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do it right now. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm going to put up the link right now. That way, you guys can get. I don't know. You can even get Mother's Day's gift on iceclick.com. Like if you search. You know what I'm saying? Diligently. You might find something for your moms on there, man. Who knows? Who knows, right? Um, but it's funny because I have people always asking me like, "Oh, how's the ambassador thing going with like iClick?" I'm like, I don't I don't really push it as much as should. You know what I mean? Like maybe if I were like a lot more aggressive about it, I'd be doing well. But I figured from time to time just bring it up and give them a shout out and all that good stuff. But so as you can see, all right, that link that I have just pasted into the live chat gives you a discount. All right, it gives you a discount and it gives me a cut of whatever the purchase or whatever. It's a very minute, very small cut that I get and receive. However, I still receive something out of it. You know what I mean? So you can bless yourself with nice, fine, affordable jewelry or gift jewelry to, I don't know, your son, your daughter, your wife, whatever. Give someone like a nice piece of jewelry at an affordable price, still being high class, top grade stuff. And at the same time, you're blessing your boy. All right. So that's just one thing to look at and consider. All right. Um, I do have a few things that I want to bring up and talk about tonight, aside from the actual raffle that's going to be going on. So bear with me because some of it is disturbing, and some of it is just like a little odd or whatever. But yeah, for those of you, oh, for those of you who are going to uh, share the stream forward, or what do you mean? What's going on, Bryden? Oh yeah, man. Hey, go right ahead, bro. I don't. Y'all know I don't mind that. Y'all know I don't mind, especially if it's someone who's like been supporting the channel since day one. I don't mind. You can do a shameless plug, brother. Go ahead, and do what you got to do, man. Uh, you said it might be disturbing. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, my bad. Yeah, some of it is disturbing, but it has to be talked about because um, I hate to be that guy that always kind of like talks about topics that are like doom and gloom. But in a way, I like to warn people in advance. You know what I mean? So that being the case, one of the topics that I will be bringing up is kind of sort of associated with the stream that I did yesterday or last night. Um, if y'all were here last night, then y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what movie I brought up and just briefly played the trailer for. So it kind of has to do a little bit with that. All right. Now, before we officially start the show, I do have two unboxings that I do want to do. So we'll get right to that. Also, if you're already here, you're already watching my face, you're already saying, I'm enjoying this sweet, sensual, audible chocolate through the microphone and through my headphones or however you listen to my voice, then go ahead and click that like button. Share the stream forward. You know what I'm saying? Share the audible chocolate forward to all your friends, your family members, all that good stuff. Yeah, bro. Listen, I saw the movie. I saw the movie last night after before going to sleep or whatever, and the movie's really disturbing, but it kind of like opens up your eyes to a lot of possible things that might be going on already within society. You know what I mean? So, all right. I completely, honest to God, I forgot what is in these boxes. So I'm kind of like thinking to myself, what the heck did I buy recently? A quick reminder too. Of course, let's give a round of applause to the lovely, beautiful Emily Rose in the house. A warm welcome as always. Yeah. Oh, I forgot about this. Oh man, hold up, y'all. Oh. William, you know what? I'm gonna talk about that. I'm gonna talk about that because yeah, it kind of did mess like my nighttime. I didn't get a good sleep last night because of it, and I'll briefly brush over. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of like what happened. But yeah, it's a movie that if you're gonna see it, you I don't want to sound like super spiritual because I'm not, but it's I would highly suggest for anyone that's going to watch that movie to kind of like pray in advance, just for coverage. You know what I mean? Because it's a really disturbing movie. Um, yo, I cannot believe I got my hands on this, y'all. Like, oh man, woo, golly, man, this is beautiful. Like, I listen, y'all. I know y'all can't really appreciate it all the way through because of the green screen and all that, but I talked about this comic a little while ago. Like, I'm gonna say like last week or something like that. Now, the reason why I got this comic specifically, aside from the amazing, beautiful cover, all right, because I'm a huge cover art person, right? But aside from that, the story itself, like the plot of the issue, is off the chain. Like it really is like a very well told story in this issue. And I think I talked about it briefly last time, but the main thing that happens in this issue is Spider-Man whoop Kingpin's like I don't want to say the word because I'm trying to be like PG-13 on the stream right now. But he whoops Kingpin's behind. Like seriously just tears him apart and does not hold back at all. And then on top of him like whooping some like Kingpin like booty, he uh he has this short moment, this dialogue where he's like confronting Kingpin. He's like, "Look, man, if you take away your money, if you take away your goons, if I take away all these things that you have gotten through fear, intimidation, and money, all that's really left from you is just a regular, average, normal human being. Maybe you look a little bit above average in strength and all that, but you're still like a regular, normal human being nonetheless. And if I really wanted to, I could just tear you apart limb from limb. You know what I mean? And that's that quote, that dialogue that there is in this issue is kind of like the main reason why I got this issue. So, I mean, if I could find that one page and just kind of like, I don't know, like print it out or whatever and just like put it separately on a wall just to display it, it's beautiful. But this is the issue where that dialogue happens. William says, bright and bigger person for getting through stuff like that. Got angry watching things like his support. Our catchers watch them, but this 2023 year, Preds in school everywhere blows my mind. Yeah, bro, I saw that there were over 300 teachers in the news due to the last year. So, yep, yeah. We got Vlad in the house, man. Hey, bless you, brother. Thanks for being here, man. I appreciate it. It's been a minute. Pissed me off the most as the kids are. Yeah. That's true, William. That's very, very true, man. And again, we will touch on the subject that I want to talk about later tonight. But let me get through the unboxings first. Let me get through presenting the comic book that we're raffling again. And then we'll get to the other topics throughout the show. But yeah, so I'm excited for having this. I'm happy with this. This is, I don't want to say it's like a 9.8, but it's a candidate for like a 9.6. Bryden, the movie. Oh man, hold up. Let me put this away real quick. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. All right, so Bryden is asking, what movie did I go over last night? All right, so if you were here last night, I was talking about something strange about the Johnsons. Now, this movie is a short film. It's a 30-minute film, maybe like 26 minutes to be exact. It's an old short film from 2011. All right, And I don't want to say what the plot is, but it has to do with a father and his son. And I'm trying to like tell you guys what it's about without telling you what it's about. So basically, it's a very twisted uh, love bond story between a child and his father. I'll just leave it at that. I'm not gonna say more. I'm not gonna add to it. I'm gonna let you guys watch it. But again, if you are going to watch it, I highly recommend that you pray for coverage over yourself first, because it is really disturbing. Um, and I know like it sounds like I'm exaggerating or like I'm being like extra, but once you watch it, you will see why I'm saying it. Dead Twist in the house. Everybody give a round of applause to Dead Twist. Thanks for being here, bro. I appreciate it. And yes, you're correct on that, but you just have to see it. You have to watch it to understand why. It's a great film in the sense that it's unique and there's no other film out there like it, for sure. It's a very standalone-ish type of like film. But it is extremely disturbing. I'll just leave it at that. Let's see what this is, because I completely forgot what I bought. So I don't even know what I'm opening up here. Oh man. Okay, well I might not need. There's something strange about the Johnsons, or something strange about the Johnsons. It's a film. It's a short film from 2011. So like if you type it into YouTube or whatever, you'll find it, because I watched it off of YouTube. You know what I mean? Um. Ooh, okay. All right. Let's see what this is. William, don't come on, man. William, why you gotta spoil the movie, man? Man, come on, dog. William over here freaking telling the whole plot of the movie almost. I mean, it's still watching it is just, it gives you goosebumps. It really does do a number psychologically on anyone. You know what I mean? Whether you're prepared for it or not. There's nothing that can really prepare you for something like that. William trying to give the plot away. Come on, dog, don't do that. Come on, Carvel. Oh man, this is not a come on, Carvel, tell him the story moment, okay? Over here messing up with the William, you on timeout, bro. Yeah, the strange thing about the Johnsons, yeah. Didn't want to offend their eyes. I get it, bro. I get it. It's all good. I'm just kidding, by the way, William. I'm not mad at you, bro. Just letting you know. I'm not mad at you. Emily says no thanks. Listen, it's technically it's a must watch in the sense like, you know, it's something that is very possible in today's world. So, you know, how are we as believers gonna deal with something like that if we don't know or believe it's going on? You know what I mean? I mean, sure, you can pray over it, and that's always an option. But realistically, you know what I mean? Like, there's got to be some preparation and knowledge about these things, right? To a certain extent. Not saying to become an expert on the matter, but it just helps to know that this is actually going on. Is it sick? Yes, it is extremely sick that it's going on. And I don't like how this person prepped this comic book, because yeah, I agree with him. Yeah, and that's the part that really shocked me too, is that it's an old. Oh snap! I forgot about this. Okay, all right. Yeah, I forgot about this. So this is, man, this is not the original, and I'm okay with that. because I got it for like $1 or something like that. But this is a reprint of, this is like a facsimile of the first appearance of Gwen Stacy as Spider Gwen. So Edge of Spider Verse issue number 2, I think, or yeah, issue number 2. I forgot I got this because again I got it for $1, so I completely forgot about it. I wasn't even trying to win it. To be honest, I was just like, all right, let me just put $1, see what happens. So got it for $1. All right, I agree with that, William. It's a short film from 2011, and somehow recently it's been getting, I don't want to say praise, but it's getting more recognition these past few days and weeks. Hologram pick on comics clean. All right, so let's get started with presenting the issue that we're raffling for tonight. And I am gonna play some videos on the side. That way, y'all can get familiar with the character if you're not familiar with the character. But it's the first issue of Silver Sable and the Wild Pack. All right, this is the first solo series of Silver Sable. Silver Sable is a character off of the Spider-Man universe. She is a female. It's kind of hard to like say exactly what she is, but she's somewhat of like a justified good mercenary, if that makes sense in a way. Like she just she puts people to justice basically in her own way, shape, or form, right? She's highly skilled in combat. She makes her own gadgets, etc. But yeah, she's a great character. If any of you guys have played or seen clips of the Spider-Man game for the PS4, then yeah, you would know who she is because she's one of the main characters or main side characters of the game. So if you want to get your hands on the first issue of her solo series, I mean, yeah, y'all know how this works. $1 per entry is the minimum, with a maximum cap of 25. But as I always say, I can't stop anyone from wanting to give more than that. There's people that sometimes buy like 50 entries, and I can't stop that because I'm not in control of what they send. But the maximum amount that I try to say to do is just 25 because I try to keep it fair. That means like if each person puts 25, then already with like 4 people putting that amount is like somewhat of a fair uh like amount of like names to like try to win the raffle, if that makes sense. But realistically, I wish there was like 100 people here that all put in just like $1. That way it's cheap for everyone. But it'll take time to get there because I haven't really been doing the greatest job at promoting these raffles. So I have to work on that. But hopefully at some point, we can get, a lot of people in here. That way it's the more people there is, the cheaper it would be for everyone to enter the raffle technically. So, um, yeah, hey, I appreciate that, Bryden. Yeah. Let me pull up a video compilation real quick on the character Silver Sable, like I always do, so you guys can get kind of like familiar with the character, um, what she looks like, how she is, and hopefully it might motivate some of you to just kind of like share the stream forward and tell your friends or whoever it is, hey, man, this guy is giving away basically comic book about this character, are you interested, etc. Let me just do a quick search really quick because yeah, time is of the essence. Um, and then of course throughout the raffle or throughout the stream we'll talk about other topics. But for now, I want to put this video up for a few minutes. Let's see. let's do. Yeah, let's do this one, I guess. Just bear with me because I have to share the screen, and the internet speed is not the greatest. It's not the highest caliber right now, so just bear with me. I think this is like a different. Okay, this. Nah, you know what? Nah, let's do the other video that I always share. Pretty much explaining her origin story. Um, alright. It's just sometimes it's tough to like pick a video because some of them have really good information on it. But yeah, hmm, I think this is one of the ones that always does a good job explaining her. Okay. By the way, while you guys are here, I know I already mentioned it earlier, but if y'all can share the stream forward with whoever, your friends, your coworkers, friends, family members, whoever, your cat, your dog, your hamster, um, that'll help with spreading the word about these raffle streams that I do on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Um, and yeah, it'll help me and it'll help the expenses of like the channel, StreamYard, all that good stuff. So I'll highly appreciate it. I'm just waiting for this video to load so I can share it with you guys. But let me just start sharing the screen at least, right? All right. Boom. Let's do this. And we'll do full screen. And we'll do, boom. We'll do this, and I'll take this away. And if someone can put the Cash App and PayPal links in the live chat, I'll highly appreciate it. Which, by the way, the only reason I am only accepting raffle entries through Cash App and PayPal is because this channel is not yet monetized. So if it were monetized, then I would allow people to do super chats in the live chat for the entries. But since the channel is not yet monetized, then the fastest, most secure way of like entering the raffle is through the Cash App or PayPal app. All right. Remember, with as little as $1, you enter. You don't have to do the maximum of 25. You could do as little as $1. I believe there's like 20 entries left to complete the 100 entries to start the, officially start the random name generator situation. But yeah, those are the rules. Um, Crazy that us taxpayers to pay for King Charles to get sworn tomorrow. He's asking the public to make a pledge to the king. Never happening for me. Pledge to my dog. That's good for you, bro. I respect that. All right. So that being said, I'm going to hit play on this video. I'll be right back. I have to do something really quick. But yeah, I'll be right back with you guys. All right. Give me like 1, 2, 3 minutes or so.
Respect Silver Sable. I mean, she's the only person that can get away with wearing Dr. Doom's outfit. Silver is one of those incredible super soldier type fighters, even if they don't have superpowered types that still can superpowered people, even if she does, because of her fighting skills, ability, training, martial arts ability, and etc. Mars machine guns, because you know in Marvel and DC comics you can do superhuman stuff with just hard work and dedication and training, right? The amazing potential of comic book humans, right? That's kind of how Silver Sable is. She makes normal humans look like a joke, and she's an outlier compared to the average human on the planet of 7 billion people. Her father worked in conjunction with the government of Simcaria, created the Wild Pack, a group of professional soldiers whose job was to hunt down Nazi war criminals. That was how her father worked. And she was given birth. Silver Sable watched her mother die in her arms, the victim of terrorist attacks. Sable trained her entire life, becoming a master of a wide variety of weapons, trained in armed forces with hand-to-hand combat, mercenary skills. Sable has physical, incredible attributes, but before I get to that, she's very techy when it comes to her standard gear. Sword, a phaser sword, for example, grapple gun, invisible cloak, for invisibility, smoke bomb. There's even stories that actually break it down for us to list her gear. Like how it pretty much says it here, wields a custom-made pistol, several throwing apparatuses, weighted half-moon-shaped projectiles of her own design, and wears a Kevlar-lined costume to protect her from gunfire. She has employed a ring-mounted glass cutter, a gyro jet, a pistol, a tranquilizer dart gun, taser rod, a jetpack, night vision, goggles, and a combat diving suit. Variety of high-tech weapons produced by Simcaria scientists, including a portable electromagnetic pulse generator and a variety of sophisticated firearms. Silver Sable. Other gear like speeds, tear gas grenades, magnesium flares, bright. She has rods that have taser type of modes, her own rocket launcher, big explosive type stuff that can level buildings, guns that can just fire straight up energy projection, and jetpacks, and even nose plug. If you want to get a summary of Silver Sable, she's in right here. It says it extraordinary hand-to-hand combatant, martial artist, and expert marksmanship, and swordswoman. She speaks different languages as well. She's very agile and possesses exceptional strength, speed, and reflexes, which you're going to see in this video. There was even a time she was the international bounty hunter, all that good stuff for Silver Sable. She's like super soldier-like, even without serum, because she beat a super soldier in a fun game, or one could say little exercise type of activity, showing her athleticism and strength in general. All kind of epic stuff like that, Silver Sable. But how strong is she? For one, she trains daily against several groups of ninjas, showing that she can fight waves of skilled fighters, skills with several different weapons. You see the staff. See how she uses them in combat here. Also not neglecting her normal melee combat. She's so good at fighting, she can casually beat up waves of people.
Want to make sure and all of your business critical data? No problem. Sign up for a free trial at Shopify. Download one of our top-rated migrations of your content and data from
people. She can do it and have casual conversations using swords and etc. She's skilled enough and fast enough in fighting, speed, physical, etc. to fight an actual super soldier like Black Widow, who is legit super soldier type being. When it comes to physical attributes, you can tell by the way she jumps in the air, agility, withstanding long falls, jumps onto stuff that's about to take off, jumping from one boat to another. Notice how she's on this ledge, but she's got the agility to get herself up. She be doing leapfrogging type stuff, showing her physical. When somebody's trying to knife her, she says, "Nah, I counter. I ain't weak as you think." Of course, her strength mixed with her skills is a deadly combination, like choking out this being like this fast, or just simply breaking free of being tied in a chair. Part of this is thanks to battle IQ and just IQ in general. She can just tear beings free of machines. You can tell she ain't normal by the way she throws things into walls. A good example is how she tossed this guard here and went flying. Even gotten in tangles with super soldiers like Deadpool and even threw him out of the window during the middle of a fight. Throws a propane tank.
All right, so a quick pause on the video that I'm sharing or whatever about Silver Sable. But quick reminder that I want to say either tomorrow or Friday. Posting on my channel. Either tomorrow or Friday. I'm doing my best to do a review on a few things, mostly music, but certain topics that I want to touch on again that I've talked about in the past, with current events that have been going on these last few days and weeks. Bryden says, "Yo, I had to go check that movie out, and I watched it already a couple years ago." Exactly, it's an old short film from 2011. I thought about posting it on my channel last year, but Yeah, it's a very, very, very uncomfortable, weird movie. Rob Plum, what's going on, brother? Yeah, no, I don't have any of those, man. I'm so sorry. I wish I could help you. Yeah, man. God bless you, brother. Thanks for being here, man. I really do appreciate it. But yeah, real quick reminder: we're raffling this off for uh, as little as $1 per entry. All right. We just need 20 more entries to officially start the name generator. All right. So, I mean, I'm playing a video so that y'all can get familiar with the character. You know, if the character, you like the character or you think of someone who might like the character and the first issue of their first solo series, then there it is. All right.
In the middle of combat. Most people can hard to this. And she is very much trained, so of course she can do something similar to this. It's obvious on how she kicks this goon off the bike, and she gets the bike herself. Same with characters like Bird, what she Super Soldier Tears, she fights and even KOs a mind controlled Captain America. Lady Gorgon, she ain't want none of that smoke. Even if you're well trained, it doesn't matter. She's better. Even compliments them saying they're well trained. She can just shatter your skull with a hit. Her physicals is impressive, like how she can shatter this tree with a kick, also showing her training and exercising. Hits Luke Cage in a low blow. It seems to cause him discomfort. But yeah, I ain't gonna say she's as strong as Luke Cage. During training, she can go a little bit overboard. Spider-Man type characters that I have a video about that's pretty freaking strong. She can do this to somebody that's a Spider-Man level being to some degree. Big booty through the window. Just because you're a couple dozen Hydra agents doesn't mean y'all can't get curb stomped. With a swing kick, can KO beings like Boomerang. She's strong enough to literally kick the head off a training dummy. She's not afraid to chop you in the back of the neck and knock you out. Like, this is kind of like showing some pressure point type of knowledge. Random goons, I'm telling y'all not on her level. Get murdered. Even if you're professional goons, with her agility, marksmanship, and everything put together, y'all get down. Even goes as far as bashing through a wooden door.
Melted to perfection. And toasted baguettes.
Oh my goodness.
From Panera.
As I'm in the midst of now, wish me luck, Grammarly has again been a lifesaver with my application and helping me write my personal statement. Grammarly is your digital writing assistant. It's an all
door. Notice how she uses a blade like a sword and can spar with this many and beat them all, mixing in sword combat with some chops here and there. She can throw her blades hard to cut through chains, trips beings that are physically strong to her to get the drop on them, like Thunderball. Came up to Luke Cage and kicked him. She damages Doombot's heads with her kicking power. Spider-Man was more than likely holding back, but hey, she surprised him and broke out of his grip. She kicks a concrete wall and kind of cracks it. She can even throw her stuff so hard where they crack the walls, or hard enough to throw through robots. Physical, she can pry open the elevator door with her bare hands. Comes up this car, goes through and curb stomps them in the car while they're driving. Can knock out grown men with a single punch. When it comes to her reflexes or fighting speed, one thing out of the way of bullets on several different. Okay, she can projectiles before y'all can even shoot the gun. Can parry sword attacks even if she doesn't have a blade herself. Using a combination of her fighting battle IQ, can fight the sound of certain things. Dodging flamethrowers. You see the gun that close to her head, and assassin she was able to counter with her fight speed rivaling home. Even when the gunman had the better angle on her, she was able to him first. React just by even if you're so pride attention, she dodged blasts from Iron Man, just attacks from Whiplash, even gunfire. She just straight up avoided superhuman. She can dodge that surprise blast, slide under a literal knife gun. She dodged on attacks and disabling them with projectiles or different. Dr. Doom, she avoided attacks from him. Don't ask, that's funny. She's dressed up as Dr. Doom. Even if you got mech suit, she avoids attacks from you too. Paintball gun, she just dodges that easily. Just threw a laser grid and nothing because of agility. Imagine falling and still avoiding gunfire. You guys know how helicopters and helicopter blades work, right? And you know how the helicopter blades be bailing, right? Like the blades is super fast, right? Tell me why Silver Sable can swing right under the blades. Probably because of fighting speed and agility and acrobats. One of the fastest metahuman type characters like Spider-Man. Didn't call her fast, so I'm not exaggerating her Her dodging
Oh my.
speed. When about to be sniped, she pulls Luke Cage in front of her in time. Dodges attack like this. Plasma blast she can dodge. And this occasion with Spider-Man ducks underneath gunfire. A point blank blast she can dodge. And her marksmanship is pretty good too. Fighting somebody else, she can shoot. She's got some dead shot type stuff like the ricochet bullet to flip switch. Ain't that cool? If she's a ricochet baton, she threw it against Hawkeye and ricocheted back at her Silver Sable. Accurate enough to split your sunglasses with a bullet. A whole bunch of Majagoons. She just go in there like a one-woman army and shoot them all the way up on her own, using these skills to disarm characters like Hammerhead with her marksmanship, or use her accuracy to blind a monster by throwing projectiles at its eyes. For able disabling, soldiers were thrown at from outside a window. Punisher's scope got messed up, the stuff he be sniping with. Stupid boats, I know where to shoot them to bust them up. Hydras even get disarmed. Disarming beings from distances that far away. These bladed things she throws so accurately that she stacks them on top of each other with each throw. You bullseye now? And she's pretty intelligent in things you probably wouldn't expect her to be. I mean, she has crazy tech for a reason, like cloaking tech. That's how she escaped Rhino. She did this while she was badly injured at that. She's the one that designs these throwing weapons, by the way. Even against beings we all could agree are superior to her in every way, she could use her wits and etc. to get the advantage. By using a fire extinguisher again? Are you kidding me? This made him feel apparently nauseous. Hydra Man just cannot get a break against her. Even when he's trying to blitz her here, nope. She can trick you into blasting each other during heated combat. She can even tell if you're a different Spider-Man by the way he moves. She's not afraid of interrogating people. To escape, she can just destroy the floor beneath her. King Epic at the same time, but none of my business. She's good at pressure, like multitasking, like using her arm while she's hanging on the side of a train while also defusing it. Not only can she battle against super soldier tiers like Daredevil, but also use his advantages against them. She can identify a poison by the smell. Battling beings Sabretooth, she uses her strategies to make the wall collapse on Sabretooth. Improvisation is something she specializes in to escape dangerous situations. She's able to bombs that are in disguise. It's just something she seems to be able to do or does on a daily basis. She's battled type characters or symbiotic type beings thanks to a mix of her gear, laser sword, and etc. That's respectable. She be sword dueling.
Okay, this is gonna sound bananas, but the fastest and easiest is to
Dueling beings that are very skilled as well. Straight up comes to a drug lab, just pulls up in there and cleans house on the place. Oh yeah, she's not afraid of actually taking your life. Just curious. She goes blow for blow with Colleen Wing and hand-to-hand fighting ability, eventually defeating her. She's not afraid to fight a Nazi underwater, getting stabbed, pain tolerance. Even when a shark pulls up on her, she ain't afraid to stab it. Just because you got her in a good grip doesn't mean she can't wrestle her way out of it. Got in a full-blown fight with Luke Cage. Since she had a massive strength disadvantage, she had to use ways like hurting his eyes and stuff and get the jump on him. Just straight up fight. External kick against somebody that I definitely consider super soldier ranges, despite them not having no powers, it don't matter. Even after falling into a pit, and she still can counterattack. And I got you in the leg, Punisher. Battle IQ, blinding Doombots with its own cape. It's battle IQ right there. And you better not have several weapons laying around because you can destroy you with their own weapons laying around. Improvisation. Even beings that are invisible should use her battle IQ, track on eating and fencing because of her combat ability. Group of Hydra soldiers she can still take on by herself. Even being grappled by Spider-Man, she escapes it because of skills and strength and etc. She got stealth skills to vanish out of sight, can pilot like planes. The thing about her is other stuff with her gear, it's implied she has gear that can even damage or severely harm beings like Rhino. Some help with Spider-Man type characters against Rhino and stuff. How strong do you think Silver Sable is? Do you think Silver Sable concretes herself with the super soldiers? Do you understand how crazy it is to be a human in Marvel or DC to be able to jump to these ranges with hard work and dedication and training? Respect Silver Sable, but I also got to give everybody that has took the time to donate to the channel. Respect Silver. I'm glad you are enjoying your time on the channel. Check out the playlist on the channel to see other housewarming videos. If you like what this channel is offering, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys later.
All right, so now we got the the stats of Silver Sable out the way. Y'all are somewhat a little bit familiar with who she is and what abilities she holds and all that good stuff. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna share a video with you guys in a second that I could not wait to share with you guys. And I really, really do hope that after sharing this video, you guys actually go give this person a follow. Um, they really do deserve the support and follow that that they receive. So, but before I do that, just a quick reminder. All right, the only thing I ask of everyone is if and when they do or you do send the dollar or whatever amount you're gonna send for the raffle, please make sure that you label it such like for Silver Saber comic or for comic raffle. Just be specific about the donation or like the raffle entry. That way, I know to separate it for that alone because yeah, uh, some of you have told me like, hey, use this for whatever you want to use it for. If it's for the raffle, split it amongst the people who are in the live chat, or use it for gas money or whatever. Um, Usually 9 times out of 10, I'll just spread it out through like the raffles entries or whatever. And sometimes they'll even say, hey, this is for you. This is not for the raffle. Use it for whatever you want to use it for. Again, 9 times out of 10, I usually end up using it for spreading out the tickets, the raffle tickets amongst the live viewers. So yeah, just be specific. If you want me to use a donation for something else, then just tell me. That way I know to use it for something else. Now then, over the weekend, matter of fact, before this past Friday even came around, all right, I had brought up something that was going to happen over the weekend, and it did happen. I believe somewhere in Boston. I'm not sure exactly where, but somewhere in Boston, there was a thing called Satan Con. You know how there's like MegaCon, Comic Con, like conventions about comics and all that. Okay, that's cool. But over the weekend, apparently, well, not apparently because it legit happened, but apparently they had a convention for Satan. Even though the people who were there swear on their mother's graves that they weren't worshiping Satan in any way, shape, or form, because they don't believe in a literal like depiction of Satan or whatever. What I'm about to show you uh, might make you question their reasoning behind every time they say that, because yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. But that being said, y'all need to check this video out ASAP because yeah, something happened in that Satan Con that does not look too good for them. So let's hear and see what happened here. All right. And then I'll let you guys tell me your opinion uh, on here we go.
Let me ask you something. Only Christianity.
Quick. I want y'all to read what it says in the post. Okay. Let me see if I can.
Let me ask.
It's all blurry now. Hold on. I'm going to fix the quality. Let's watch it in 4K, shall we? My apologies to y'all for not having it in 4K. I really apologize. But read what the post says. I'm going to read it for you guys, but just, still, like, just read it so you know that I'm not just making it up and I'm not just talking about my beehole. The text and the post, and then listen to what he says on what's going on. my goodness. Of course, now that I decided to put it in 4K, it's taking like, there we go. Okay. So on Instagram, I believe, Charlie Kirk posted this video, and it says Satanists gathered this weekend in Boston for SatanCon. They're the largest gathering in history. Attendees cheered as the Bible was ripped to shreds. Again, attendees at the SatanCon cheered, cheered, celebrated as the Bible was ripped to shreds, broken, ripped up to pieces, etc. All right. Now listen to what Marcus says and look at the visuals of the video. All right. Check this out.
Let me ask you something. Only Christian. You never see them ripping. You never see them mock. Let me ask you something. Why is it?
I'm gonna.
You them ripping up.
I'm gonna put it on a few because it keeps lagging, and it might be because the video isn't completely loaded. So I am going to pause it, wait for it to load a little more, and then hit play again. But I'm not going to leave here without showing you guys this video clip because it is extremely important. And if you're a believer, right, believer of God, believer of the Bible, believer of Jesus Christ, the gospel and all that, you need to hear this. And it's been said over and over again throughout time, and it continues to be true. Anytime that there is any defacing of a faith-based book or faith-based item, I want to say 9 times out of 10, or more than half the time for sure, it's always the Bible. Now, why is that? Why is that? Because, I mean, if anyone picks up the Bible and takes the time to read it, takes the time to get to know the Word of God, they know right from the get-go that it's a good that could only conduct someone towards good. The Bible can only lead anyone and everyone towards the positive. Nothing in the Bible, nothing in the Word of God would steer anyone towards the negative if they actually take the time to read it and get to know it and study it. You know what I mean? Sure, there's always a crazy person that, I don't know, they might have like mental instability or issues, and they might read something and, you know, but that could happen. Like in a general sense, it could happen with any type of book if not read correctly and not studied and not scrutinized, right? But for the most part, in its entirety, what's in the Bible, all it really is, you know, everything that has to do with good, holiness, positive impact, loving your neighbor. I mean, the goal for crying out loud, the golden rule that we find in the Bible is to love your neighbor as you would love yourself. Love your fellow man as you would love yourself. You know what I mean? It's greater than that. What other teaching, and there's many more teachings that are steering people towards the good and towards the positive and towards being an actual better human being, mind you. But what greater rule is that? What greater rule is there than loving the person around you as you would love yourself? Like, respecting that person as you would respect yourself, treating that person as you would want to be treated, etc. The list goes on and on. But yet somehow, for whatever reason, it's never Buddhists that get mocked and shamed and terrorized. It's never Islam. It's never uh, any other religion you can think of. It's always Christianity, and it's always the Bible being mocked and persecuted and shredded to pieces. But let's hopefully the video clip will play all the way through. But yeah, here we go. It's lagging really bad, and I don't know why.
Only Christianity.
Because
Never see them ripping up the Quran. You never see them mocking other religions, other gods. It's only Christianity. Why is it with the LGBTQ parades, you only see them speaking out against Christianity, even though Muslims believe, right? We see them Jesus on the cross or have somebody dressed as Jesus twerking. They don't do that to any other religions. You see this video of them kicking the Bible. I don't disrespecting anybody's religion. There's a lot of other religions, right? When it comes to, let's say, for example, for the LGBTQ, they don't believe in that stuff. But it's something about Christianity that just makes these people men.
I'm like tempted, so the video will play all the way through without interruptions. But at this point, I'm just gonna try to allow it to like load, and just hopefully it'll play through smoothly from here on out. But yeah, it's kind of like really frustrating that I'm even having this issue right now, because the entirety of the stream before this video was running smoothly. Nothing happens but me trying to share this clip, and then all of a sudden, issues left and right. It's funny how that works. All right.
Thing about Christianity where they got a news, right? Very rarely, right? Even we had doing stuff in the name of Islam, right? The news is very hesitant to paint religion, even though there's some things in the Quran that are very interesting, right? If you it's just so same way they are about you Hunter Biden, right? The stuff that's on the laptop, right? But with Christianity, and they do this in the schools, it's bad, evil thing, and the, these extreme Christians, they're somebody does something bad, he's a white supremacist shooter. If there's a mass shooting of somebody of maybe a different race,
I'm gonna try to just say what he's saying while the video loads. But basically, you know, every other religion, for the most part, is protected. The only faith and quote unquote religion that is not protected nowadays and it is not respected nowadays, even though it's the one that is the only one that, and I'm not saying religion leads you to the Heavenly Father, because religion doesn't save. A relationship with God saves. A relationship with your, Lord and Savior Jesus Christ saves. Knowing the Heavenly Father, accepting Christ as your Lord and Savior. These things save you, not following a religion or this religion, because it's not about religion. It's about you actually building a fundamental, direct relationship with the Heavenly Father. All right. That's what being saved and getting to know your Creator is all about. And going back to Eden, before Adam and Eve messed everything up, right? Having that personal one-on-one direct connection with our Creator. It's the only faith that leads to that. Yet it's the one that's hated the most for whatever reason that I cannot think of. Because like, and it's not just because I'm a believer myself. It's not just because I'm a Christian or whatever. It really, even if I were not a Christian, because I try to put myself in other people's shoes, and I try to put myself in a non-believer's shoes. Still, even then, there's no reason. There's nothing in the Bible. There's nothing in the gospel that makes me feel uncomfortable or mad or disgusted, there's nothing in there that should make anyone uncomfortable, aside from confronting them with that we are all sinners, that we were all born sinners. That's like the only thing I can think of. But outside of that, you know what I'm saying? All it really is like, hey, yeah, that's true, but there's a way to the Father. Even if you were born a sinner, which you were, there's still a road to heaven. There's still a road to the Father. Um, we have Carolina PP or Carolina Double P. God bless you, brother. Thanks for being here, man. I appreciate the love and support, man. I really, really do. And I hope y'all can still hear me, because that would be like the icing on the cake or the last straw that y'all can't even hear me right now. Okay, thank God. I thought I was gonna have more issues, but yeah, like every other religion around the world is like seemingly like protected and respected. But us of the faith of the gospel, it's like we're mocked, we're not respected. Well, not only are we not respected, but people go out of the way to disrespect us altogether, right? And so on and so forth. Why? It makes you think, why is that? Why is Christianity the only one that all of a sudden most people have a problem with out of nowhere. You know what I mean? It's so weird, bro. It's so weird. But anyways, I'm gonna try to hit like the rest of it. And I'll be right back. I have to do something really quick. But hopefully it plays. Hopefully.
It doesn't fit the agenda. They just very funny and politically correct how they were, right? But Christianity, it's politically correct to make jokes. It's politically correct to it. It's politically correct to one to be Christian and do something stupid and try to paint this Rob. But don't do that. Don't do that, right? Don't try to paint this like, oh yes, at that time. That's even a right. Assembly because there's only one way. The forces in this, and so they're not fighting against against Confucius, fighting against Buddha. They're not fighting against other religions. They try to come against because the truth will set you free. Everything else is a lie. Jesus is the only way. Jesus is God. Everything else is demonic. And that's why you see Christianity is the only religion that gets the treatment.
All right. I don't know why that there's like something made a sound, but yeah. Hopefully y'all were able to like understand what he was saying. I mean, I did my best to verbalize it and rephrase it my own way, but yeah. Hopefully the message got across. Um, anyways, I'm gonna touch on like one last topic. Um, yeah, I'm gonna touch on one last topic before I close tonight's show. Um, but yeah, y'all need to see this because hold up, what in God's green earth? Man, I could have sworn. Okay, I guess I closed it back. Didn't. Never mind. What the heck? Okay. I guess I opened it twice. Okay. So real quick, let me show y'all something. Because I am gonna end the stream at 10. If we don't get any entries, closing in on the 100 entry count, then we will continue this on Thursday, so on and so forth, until finally the 100 entries for the silver sable and the wild pack number 1 gets reached, and then that way we can start the raffle officially. But yeah, so I want y'all to take a look at this, and I'm going to talk about it. But here we go. Okay. It's a fake doll, okay? It's a fake baby doll. It's not real, but it looks super realistic. It looks super mega realistic, right? Now, we argue all day, right? And we could say, oh, that's great for, a female that probably can't have a baby. She could have one. Here, I'll continue to show the video just in case someone like kind of starts asking. There is good uses that could come from it. But let's not be fools here. Let's not be ignorant to the side of this. Hey, JDQ, why you got to bear bad news? Why you got to be all doom and gloom? Why you got to look everything on the negative side? Why can't you be positive? Why can't you be optimistic? I'll tell you why. I'll tell you exactly why in a second. Check this out. I want y'all to read the headlines that I'm going to highlight right here. Okay? What does it say there? It says, I bought my husband a sex doll that looks just like me. Now we have threesome. Now, you might be asking yourself, but JDQ, what does that have to do with the prior thing? Well, as I stated to an extremely, extremely close friend of mine recently, I was like, let us think, like really, really look at the doll and then look at this article, and I'm pretty sure you'll put one and one together. So for example, let's say someone from a certain community of adults that deeply enjoy their time with minors start copying these up and start buying these realistic, hyper realistic baby dolls and start using them. You know what I mean? Then later on with time, because you know how there's a lot of people saying, oh, I identify as a goat, I identify as a lamppost, I identify as a fire hydrant, I identify as a wall. What's going to happen? And I'm being serious about this. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be. I'm bringing this up for y'all can like really think about it and analyze for yourselves. What's going to happen when a child, 5 years old, whatever age may be, they say, "Oh, I identify as a toy. I identify as a doll." What's going to happen with those adults that are part of a certain group and community that already have a thing with these baby toys, these hyper realistic baby toys? What's going to happen then? Now you might be telling me, oh, JDQ, you're so extreme. I would never allow it. Other adults would never allow it. Other parents might never allow it. Let me tell y'all something. 30 years ago, there was a lot of like pushback on certain communities, on certain types of people, certain types of persons. Okay, it was like a disgusting thing. Like, oh, that's disgusting. That's wrong. That's immoral. Blah 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 blah. What has happened over time is the I want to try to say this politely and respectfully, but the desensitization of these matters have come to an all-time low, to where now all those people who were doing certain things are now looked at as normal, and what they do as normal. So I hate to break it to you, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's the same thing that's going to happen with this other sector of people, um, and it's going to be looked at as a normal. And I don't know exactly how it's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to be like a legal thing. I don't know if it's going to be like a, I don't know. It's something's going to happen to where it's going to be legal for these certain types of people to start using real children as what they identify as, and that might be a toy. That might be they might identify as a you know like an actual baby doll or a baby toy. But anyways, yeah, that's something that I figured I'd bring to you guys' attention. There's about 7 minutes left on tonight's raffle stream. I see there's a decent amount of people in here right now. Um, Again, this is issue number 1 of Silver Sable and the Wild Pack. Okay, you can enter the raffle for as little as $1 per entry, and the links or the Cash App and PayPal handles are in the live chat area if you wanted to enter the raffle. But yeah, as far as like the articles that I wanted to bring to you guys' attention, that is it. I'm going to close some of these tabs out because they're freaking me out. Can see you guys can cooking not safe. Oh yeah. So thanks for bringing it up, William. So UK homes blown up from gas leaks. It's sad. There's been few than 1,000 last year. It almost like it's the government, so the government can say gas heating cooking not safe. Yeah, that's also been slowly and gradually leading up to everyone like being forced to switch to electric appliances. But let me just tell you right now, in a real world, real case scenario where it's like a like a doomsday type of situation, I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, a gas related appliance will will definitely save your life for sure. It's something that we all have access to. It's something that it's easy to use. It's something that you know just doesn't have to do anything with anything electrical and all that. So um, definitely make sure you guys have like gas related appliances or items. Same thing with oh man, try to make your own like water filters at some point. Like I'm planning at some point when I'm off like living on my own again or whatever to create my own water filter, because we got to stop depending on bottled water, man. Like I know we're lazy for the most part, so it's kind of like it's an easy product to like buy in bulk, and but in reality, bottled water is it's good for you in the sense that it's water that you're drinking, sure, but realistically, not even the water is just water. You know what I mean? So keep that in mind. There is about 4 minutes left on the stream. Again, if we don't hit the mark tonight, there's about 20 entries left for me to start the random name generator for entries of the raffle. If we don't get to the 100 entries tonight, not a big deal. We'll continue on Thursday. But yeah, so real quick, I think I'm going to share one last time the other link, the one that I shared earlier for the iceclick.com website. It's a referral code. It just gives you a discount on whatever you buy, while at the same time blessing me with an extremely small cut of that purchase. But yeah, for those of you who like looking good, like jewelry, and want it at an affordable price without having to lose quality, right, or compromise quality, there's that link right there. Keep in mind that it doesn't have to be for yourself. You can gift anyone something from that website. It could be something for Mother's Day. It could be something for, I don't know, uh, a niece, a nephew, a brother, a sister, a mom, or dad. You know, not necessarily I'm sending you guys to buy something for yourselves. I'm just saying make sure you keep it as an option if you're wanting to gift jewelry to somebody else. So it's there for those of you who are into that. You don't have to do it, but if you're already going to buy jewelry, might as well buy it from them. That's all I'm saying. And of course, as always, before we leave officially, um, hmm, let's see if I can't bring it up real quick. Uh, there is a merch store still up and running on Teespring. JDQ Just Don't Quit. You guys should be aware, all right, in case you weren't aware, you should be aware that the brand is for anyone and everyone who needs a reminder or could use a reminder that no matter what the dark past that they might have had, verbal abuse, mental abuse, sexual abuse, etc., no matter what type of abusive past they have had or dark past they have had, does not determine or should not determine their bright future. All right, because we are all diamonds in the rough on our way towards greatness and on our way towards shining bright as the diamonds that we were meant to be, right? So, that being said, I'm going to share the store link in a second. Um, that way you guys can get to it. And there we go. Okay. Oops. Okay. I apologize for that. There we go. So yeah, that's for anyone wanting to check out the merch store. Uh, and by the way, guys, I mean there's stuff on there for the most part most seasons. So it's not all winter stuff, even though I'm a big fan of like winter uh, apparel. So that's why there's like a lot of hoodies on there and all that stuff. But there's t-shirts, there's tank tops and all that. So there is workout apparel for the ladies and all that stuff. So if y'all wanted to rep a brand that represents a better you, no matter what dark past you might have or no matter what difficult past you might have had, then definitely check out jdqjustdon'tquit.com on the Teespring store. And you'd be blessing yourself and my person with expenses like for the channel and other stuff. So it's something else to consider as well. All right. Anyways, guys, that being said, I'm going to start wrapping things up because it is 10 p.m. I have not eaten dinner at all. Extremely hungry. So I will end tonight's show. But for those of you who were here, I appreciate the love and support. William, Emily, Rod, uh, Dead Twist, Carolina PP, The Bot, and Bryden, of course, he was here for a while. Vladimir was here for a while. Anyone else who was here but just didn't say hi for whatever reason. Thanks for being here. I really do appreciate all of you guys. Y'all stay blessed, stay safe as always. All right. And until next time, this was JDQ with Vision Eye View TV. Out.